Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm fishing at Cogden on the Chesil Beach, which is a new mark for me. Fished obviously Chesil before, but never fished the Cogden end. So it's the furthest sort of west I've ever been on the big beach. It's Tuesday, 22nd I think, or 23rd of April, and it's low tide. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a high tide of about 7:45, and the plan is to fish up to high, maybe an hour and a bit of the ebb, and then head back about 10 o'clock tonight. I've got some stuff on in the morning as usual. So got a crisp day, it's about 10 degrees, bit of a northerly wind blowing, so the sea is flat and it's actually quite clear. So hopefully come down with, try and target a place, but we'll see how we go. Just nice to be out as usual. And we've got a relatively big tide. It's not a massive super spring tide, but it's got about 3 metre tidal difference here down at Chesil. I think it's about a 12 metre tide in the Bristol Channel, so it's a bigger tide, and actually quite a lot of pull. Surprising. I started with a plain lead on a loop rig, and it took me down towards Burton Bradstock way. So because there's quite a few people fishing in relatively close proximity, I perhaps didn't choose the right spot to fish, actually, thinking about the tide. But anyway, I'm here now. I put grip leads on, so I've got a 6-ounce grip lead on, just to counteract this tidal pull, which is when you look out to sea from left to right. So for those of you who don't know the area, down there we go, so down towards West Bay and the cliffs, and we've got come through the village of Burton Bradstock, and then as we pan round on Chesil you head up towards West Bexington and then Abbotsbury and so on up towards Portland Bill there in the way far distance. So another thing I broke last week at the Mumbles was my reel seat on my Daiwa tournament rod. So I've bought a new one. I knocked the other one off, it wasn't glued in position or anything, so I just knocked it off, took off the butt cap and slid on the new one. And these are designed such that when you clamp on the reel, it presses down on here, or forces that down and grips the reels, the shaft of the rod. So as well as my 525, which I broke the gearing on, I've sent that away to QR Services in Plymouth, so we'll see how we get on with that. They're a Penn recommended repair outfit in the UK, so I sent it down to those guys. Haven't had the reel back yet, and we'll see how we go, and hopefully the reel seat will grip the rod. And there you are, when it's tightened up, the reel seat is tight on the butt of the rod. I saw a video where they were gluing their reel seats on, but having them loose means that you can position your reel wherever you want to on the blank, as it were. So if you want to cast down the rod, with your hands down the rod, then obviously this type of rod, the Daiwa Tournament, allows you to do that because of the nature of the handle. So one thing I haven't just done that video, I've realised I haven't done, is I haven't put my finger stall on the reel, but I do bring spare ones with me. I just cut them from old rubber bicycle tyres, and that enables me then just to tape it onto the blank and operate that way. So I'll do that now, and then we can get fishing. Baits today, I picked up some blow lug from Real Fun Fishing in Portishead. I've got plenty of frozen blacks and my own frozen lugworm, which are wafer thin because they've been in and out of the freezer and coming to me on trips and not been used. So I'm going to use them up today because they're basically at the end of their life, I think. And we've got sort of squid, some mackerel. What else I got? Prawn, I think. So I might chuck out a big bait, but it might be a little bit tricky with 3 rods. And I'm fishing a loop rig for sort of size ones, so that's one up, one down basically rig, below, up above and below the lead. And then I got a pulley, a pennel, size 1 pulley pennel, and basically just lug and squid, or frozen lug and squid. And then I'm going to chuck a sort of a 4-0 circle hook out if I can. See if I can catch myself a doggy, because I haven't had one of those for a while. We'll see how that goes. Last week at the Mumbles, I caught my 150th dogfish since I restarted fishing at COVID. And dogfish represent 29% of the fish that I catch. I keep records of my fishing trips since COVID, and I've caught in excess of 500 fish, and I've had 150 dogs, so that was about 29%. And with I've caught 28 species, but whiting, dogfish, pouting, conger, I've caught 60 congers. I remember that stat. Make up, so four species make up about 80% of what I catch. So it's the old Pareto principle, isn't it? So 20% of the species that I catch is 80% of the total fish that I catch. I think that's right. I used to be a technical manager, but I think my brain's gone a bit fuzzy anyway. So that's my statistic of the week. And as yet, been fishing for about an hour. Baits are coming back pretty much untouched, and no sign of any fish. I think judging about by the amount of seagulls off the back of that trawler or crab boat, I think he's had a good day. He's going down to Bridport or West Bay after fishing. I think that's the most interesting thing that's happened so far today. A lot of people fishing. Obviously first time here, so no real feel for what it's normally like. But there must be 10 or 15 anglers further up towards West Bexington, and there's at least half a dozen down towards the car park. I parked in the car park. Can't see it there up in the distance there. Probably see it on one of the drone shots if I do the drone footage. And because I'm a National Trust member, God bless my mother-in-law, she bought me life membership for me and my wife for the National Trust. So if you're a National Trust member, you get free parking. So that was nice Brucey bonus today. Didn't have to pay parking. And if I put my glasses on, I think I can see my van in the car park, which I think only Lantwit Major so far have been able to do that on my fishing trips. Hopefully you can see the water clarity there, pretty clear. Got a bit of bling on the old tracers, beads and sequins. Haven't seen anything caught yet as such around. And that tidal pull has eased, so I put a plain lead back on now, just so that it moves around hopefully a bit more. Fingers crossed. And here's the target species. Didn't see the bite. Place 32 centimeters. He's pretty lively. I'm going to put him back in. He was just hooked quite lightly, so to give him a chance to survive. He took a fresh lug and squid on a loop rig. Really chuffed. That's the Blank Beaten. Lovely Chesil place. Let's put him back in. Really happy that got another place, second Chesil place of the year. Had one at Abbotsbury last time I fished down here about 5 weeks ago, if you want to look at that video. And that came on a loop rig on the bottom hook, so the hook that's below the weight. I'm using a size 1 Aberdeen hook, Fine Y Aberdeen. I've got some sort of bling, so I've got sequins, beads, and these are soft beads, bit of glowy beads as such. And then you've got your cascade swivel in your almost like the ledger line. And that's at its sort of full extent is out at about 4 foot length. And I've got my lead. Sorry, the trace is trapped then with a crimp. I got my lead. I got that round the wrong way round. I think I should normally have it the other way. Anyway, I got my lead and my imp there, and then on the main trace at the top I've got a second hook, and here I've got a stop knot bead, and then I've got a spring just to do some tension adjustment so that I can tighten the hook down onto the cascade swivel. So I think I've explained that rig before, but if you Google like a Portsmouth loop rig or something like that, you'll see the rig. And what it means is that you can have a relatively long, I'll show it all clipped up in a minute, but you can have a relatively long ledger rig, but you can clip it tight to the weight so that you've got quite an aerodynamic bait that you can whack out, or in my case not whack out, just like gently lob out. So here's a frozen black and squid bait, size 1 on a pulley pennel, a few beads. Let's put that out, yeah. Species 2 for the day. Not sure what sort of crab that is. I'll have to look him up. Looks too small to be a spider crab, but wouldn't surprise me if it was a little baby one. And if they're running around, there's going to be hell to play soon with all baits being stripped, but baits are generally coming back okay. Frozen black lug, obviously whipped on, gives a lot more resistance anyway, but even the blow lug baits are coming back fine. Let's put this little one back to go and hopefully strip somebody else's bait instead of mine. So here's a loop rig clipped up. So you've got the ledger hook, the one that sits below the weight, is on the imp, and then you can see that the top hook, hopefully you can see there, it clips into that cascade swivel that's on the bottom loop, and then you've got the loop of line that hangs out of the way basically, but you've got the two baits pretty streamlined for casting. So let's get this one out. Fingers crossed for a big fat place. If you know Chesil, you'll know that as you move from Portland down towards Burton Bradstock, the size of the pebbles gets smaller. So you've got sort of tennis ball, golf balls up at Portland end, and then here it isn't too bad actually. And relatively easy to walk on. So you park at the car park, and then you're probably about 50 metres above sea level there, so you've got to walk down the hill. You hear about the Cogden Hill. We'll see what it's like when we walk back a bit. there's two paths, one that goes straight down to the beach and then one that goes diagonally off towards West Bexington, so I took that one. And that's about 500 metres, nice path, concreted in places, nice and wide, so you're not battling brambles and stuff like that. And then I hit the beach, and then I've walked about another maybe 400 or 500 metres towards West Bexington on the pebbles. So it's a relatively comfortable walk. It's easier than, say, for example, at Abbotsbury, if you're going to the Dragon's Teeth. Those bigger pebbles, like big marbles, can be very energy sapping. So what is it? It's 3 hours after low, just the one fish and the one crab to show for my efforts. Anyway, it's just lovely to be out in the beautiful part of the world. Here's another monster crab. He took a fancy for my bluey and squid dongle bait on a 4-0 circle. He's not in the best of shape, he's missing one claw. He isn't soft, and there can't be many predator fish out there if these little things are running around freely, because you think dogfish and stuff would be munching these for like little sweeties. I might have to move back actually, looking at that. Still about an hour and a quarter of the, sorry, yeah, 2 hours and a quarter of the flood to happen. The tide this morning was only a little bit smaller than the one tonight, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to move back, I think. Lovely end of the day here at Chesil, Cogden. Time is at 7 o'clock, so it's about 40 minutes to high water. As you can see, where I was fishing, where I was bivvied, the water's come through the bank, hasn't breached the bank yet, probably won't, I don't think, but obviously moved back, did a little time lapse of me running around like a loony, moving camp. Quite a few people have packed up and gone. Anglers either side of me have gone, and another chap who is fishing down more towards the car park. So only a few left now, and to be honest, I can understand why, because the fishing's been absolutely rubbish. Moaning when you catch doggies, not very happy when you don't. Anyway, I might get an hour in the dark or the twilight, so I might pick up something then, but I've had a nice day, caught a nice place, hopefully live to fight another day, and as usual, glorious sunset. See the little sunbeams through the clouds there, beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully, if you've been on Chesil today, you've had a bit more luck than us down here at Cogden. So it looks like at some point the tidal power has breached the back of the beach here at Cogden. You can see the reed beds there, great big swathe cut through the shingle bank. Probably the bank is 6 foot higher on both sides of this little gully. I saw this earlier on, you might have seen it on some of the drone footage. It's covered in the barnacles. And flies. I won't be able to carry that bit of plastic waste home. No idea what that is. But it's so still, that wind has dropped, really completely gone. Where it was blowing really hard, sort of norwesterly, more northeasterly I think, over the back of us here. Completely calmed off now. If it was August, I'd be tempted to go in for a swim. But as it's April the 23rd, not today. Might even be a few mackerel around, but haven't got the energy to spin for them. think I might have better luck in the puddle. Perhaps not. A couple more casts. It's just gone 8 o'clock, so high tide. Just starting to ebb now a little bit. About 30 casts, one fish. Not a good return. Anyway, lovely end of the day here again. Look at that sunset. Beautiful, beautiful. Earlier on I had the drone at about 100 meters out, just to the right of me, facing out to sea. So I don't think I cast that far, but anyway, it'd be interesting to see on the video. I took it with the drone. I had the drone at about a height of about 5 meters. Be interesting to see how far I can actually chuck it with my well, the cast I've just done there with the old Abu 6500C on my my Penn Rampage. Whew, I'll have to try that actually with my casting special. So I have been fishing bigger baits today as well on a third rod. So here's half a mackerel side on a 4.0 circle hook with a tied to a dongle. But basically just been feeding the crabs, I think, today. sure if there's something on here. No, don't think so. Just my wild imagination. Well, last caster in the water. It's coming up for 9 o'clock. I do my outro before I lose the light and my battery dies on my GoPro. Just the one fish in about 30 odd casts. Still caught my target species, so happy, can't complain. I'm sure a few people planked here today who went home early. You can't catch all the time, that's why we keep coming back onto the beach. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks to those who make comments, thanks to everyone who likes the videos and subscribes. Obviously helps me to grow the channel, so if you can like the content and subscribe, if you don't, then that would be really appreciated. So thanks for watching Fishing AT at Cogden, and hopefully we'll be out again soon. And if you're fishing yourself, take care, be safe, and tight lines. All the best. Bye now. Bye.